Someone definitely took too many mushrooms, by the way. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a crazy band. A really crazy band that I have seen live 2 times. And one of those times was actually Rock am Ring 2006. That was an amazing lineup, by the way. Tool, Deftones, Korn, Stone Sour, and many, many more. That was an amazing lineup. So, I just heard they released a new song a few days ago. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't really kept up and followed up with Deftones, well, latest record. So, the last record I really paid attention to was actually the one, I think, from 2009 or 10 called Diamond Eyes. Very amazing, very unique record. You should really check that out. So after that, I know that they released a few singles, and I know that they released at least one record afterwards called Gore, but I'm pretty sure they released a lot more. That's just the only thing I can really think of right now. So I'm really excited to see what this song will actually sound like. I heard that they changed their style a tiny bit, but you know what, guys? A lot of bands did it. Bring Me the Horizon, Linkin Park, Deftones. I have the feeling that between 2011 and 2018-19, a lot of bands made a drastic change. Seriously. Even Korn did it 2011 or 12 with their crazy dubstep influence record, The Path of Totality. So a lot of bands did it, and I'm pretty sure the Deftones did it as well. That's at least what I was reading or hearing. So now they're back with a new single and probably a new record soon as well. So let's see if they're going back to school, going back to their old school roots. See what I did there, all you Deftones fans? Alright, let's do this. Here we go. Please subscribe, hit me up on Patreon for exclusive premieres and for the blocked videos. And now, here we go. Yeah, with Chino it's so crazy, man. He's always gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. Man, if you hear his voice, you know it's Chino Morito. That riff. You know, with Deftones, it's amazing when it comes to the choruses, man. They include so many melodies and harmonies, it's ridiculous. Especially in the record that I mentioned earlier, Diamond Eyes, man. They included so many amazing and beautiful melodies and harmonies. So after listening to 1 minute and 17 seconds, you can definitely tell it's a Deftones song. And to be honest with you, it really sounds like old school Deftones. So let's continue. That video, by the way, looks like a, I don't know, like a video game or something. The guitar tone really reminds me of that song from Muse, I think Knights of Sidonia, man. They just had a similar guitar riff and tonage to it. And Deftones is always a fan. You know, they're always a fan of implementing those trance transitions. A flying fish, why not? Someone definitely took too many mushrooms, by the way. Yeah, man, I don't even understand that video, man. That video was just a whole trip. Rafatoon. So Rafatoon, I think you took a lot of shrooms. Alright guys, that was Deftones with OHMS. And as I'm always honest on my channel, I'm gonna be honest as well. If I am familiar with the band, or if you're familiar with the band, you will always compare new music to the old songs. It's just the way it is, even if you don't really want it. It will definitely happen somewhere down the line, because inside of you, you will have that expectation. So it's just going to be the way it is. I could see that song on Diamond's Eyes, for instance. However, as I said earlier, it really reminds me of old school Deftones. Yes and no. Old school Deftones from like 10 years ago, yes. Old school Deftones from the 90s, from songs like My Own Summer, no. They don't really remind me of that, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, because as a band, you have to evolve. You have to evolve. I mean, of course, there are those certain bands like AC/DC, like Iron Maiden, who really stick to their formula, and they can do it for like 2 million years, and it won't really change anything or really get boring. But I think if you're an artist, you really want to evolve, and I think it's a good thing if you evolve. You can't really produce the same old record over and over again, you know, even though the fans sometimes really like you to just be that band again. You know, the thing is that we as humans, we always want a band to be the same as when we got to know the band. Keep in mind and really think about that. Really, if you pay attention to it, every time you get to know a band, that's exactly the time or the record that you would like the band to go back to the style. I think it really has to do with the connection of yourself, your emotions with the particular time that you experience that record. So everything together really creates that ball, and you just really don't want to have that band being somewhere else but exactly in that ball. So that's just really one thing that is really important to embrace it if bands really evolve and try something else. Now comes the part where I'm going to do something or say something negative. Not exactly about Deftones, but just in general. If you really go too far away from your core and really try something completely different, chances are 80% to 20%. 80% that you will actually fail. And if you fail, you don't fail just your music, but you fail your whole fan base who brought you there in the first place. You know, so this is something really important. And now back to Deftones. I like the song. It was not one of my favorites, and I will definitely not put it on my playlist, but it was just a cool song and a good surprise to me to see that they really didn't drift away too much from their core. It's really a Deftones song. You can tell immediately. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this one. Deftones with OHMS. Please subscribe. Hit me up on Patreon for your song wishes, exclusive premieres, blocked content, and see you next time. Bye bye.